Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to math. Let's do a little recap of what we learned so far. We've learned about coordinates. We've learned about how to identify lines, about how to find the slope, how to find the y-intercept, how to pretty much leave an equation in linear equation form. Now, today, we're going to learn how to actually graph those linear equations, okay? They're also known as elevator walk when it comes to graphing, okay? This is a method we use here at PA, our Precision Academy. I'm going to show you how to do it. It makes it a lot easier to graph. So, let's get started on today's concept. Alright guys, so remember today we're doing graphing linear equations. Usually you've found a way to leave an equation in y-intercept form or point slope. Today, we're going to graph that equation. So we have y equals 2x plus 2. Okay? Notice that in order to graph all equations, your slope has to always be in a fraction form. Okay? So in order to make it into a fraction form, what's always under a full number? A 1, right? So we can put a 1 under that whole number. You might ask yourself, I really don't like fractions. I don't understand fractions. Today, you really don't have to know too much about fractions. All you have to know is to turn to your slope into a fraction because this way it works for elevator walk. Okay, you're really not gonna focus too much on the fraction part, other than when it comes to graphing. Okay. So now that we turn it into a fraction, we can actually label it. Okay, this word is elevator walk. The reason why is because you have to move on the elevator 2 times and then get out of the elevator, right? Walk out of the elevator. Always, your last number, your constant, the number at the end, is always your first elevator. Okay, always your first elevator. So we can say elevator number 1. Okay, that's your first elevator. That means that we got in the elevator and someone beat us to the elevator. Someone was in there before us. So they press the number they're going to get off. We're always second in the elevator. I don't know why. We always get that luck that there's someone already in the elevator. So he pressed the 2. So we're on the second floor. But that's not your floor. You want to press your number now. So you're going to go up 2 more. Okay? In this case it's 2 because of the number. If it was some other number, then that number is whatever else you're going to go up. But for the purpose of this problem, we're going to go up 2 because the number is 2. So your second elevator, so your elevator number 2 is 2. And then finally, you're on your floor. You got off the door open. You're going to walk off the elevator. You're going to walk 1 space. So this, sorry. All right. Thank you. If you said bless me, okay. So walk is your number 3. Okay. Once you get off the elevator, you walk off the elevator. That's your last step. Okay. So constant and so is your first elevator. Then you have the number on the fraction on top. That's your second elevator. And then the bottom of the fraction, the number on the bottom of the fraction is your walk. Okay. So all these numbers may vary depending what the equation is, but the steps always stay the same. Okay. Makes it a lot easier, especially if you label them. Now that we have it labeled, we can actually graph it. So let's do our little graph here on the side. Again, first things first. We're gonna go 2 floor ups, right? We're at the origin. We're on the center. We're at the center. Okay, this is the origin. You'll always start at 0. We're gonna go up 2 from 0 on the Y, because you're on the elevator. Remember, the elevator goes up and down, right? It doesn't go left to right. Or at least I haven't seen one. If you know one, tell me about it. But all I've seen is up and down elevators for now. So we go up 2, because positive 2. So we go up 2, 1, 2. So we're there. We're at the elevator, right? We're waiting for the guy to get off of the elevator. He's out of the elevator now. Now that he's off the elevator, we can continue our journey in the elevator, okay? Our journey on the elevator says we have to be positive 2. So from our journey, we're not going to start off at 0 again because the elevator didn't go back down. We're already up here. The elevator continues going up. Another 2 spaces because that's our floor. So our floor is 4 spaces from the lobby, okay? Because it was 2 from the lobby from the guy and then 2 from us. So we have 2 more up. So we're on the 4th floor now. But we have to get off 1 door out the elevator to our room. So we have to do 1. We were up here on 4, and then we go up 1. Okay? Now we connect the dots. And that is our graph. And that is how you graph elevator, elevator, walk. By the way, if you have a line that goes from quadrant 1 to quadrant 3 or vice versa, because you can argue that it's going down, you can argue that it's going up, the line. If it's from quadrant 1 to 3, 3 to 1, your slope is always positive. When it goes from quadrant 2 to quadrant 4, your slope is always negative. Helps out a lot, okay? Remember, from quadrant 1 to 3 is positive, 2 to 4 is negative. Now that you know how to graph, make sure you have everything down on your notes. Pause the video if you need more time. If you already have it all down, we can get into your assignment for today. Alright guys, on today's assignment, you have to label it. Also, you have to graph them. Okay? Graph them, I'm going to give you a few equations to graph, to label. Once you are done labeling them, send them in. Okay? So, the first one is y equals 3x minus or plus, let's do plus 1. Make it a simple. Okay? Your second one is y equals 2/3 x plus 1. So there's 2 problems. Make sure you label an elevator, walk. You also graph them. Once you're done watching the video, send me your answers, and I'll be waiting to hear from you.